Welcome to the Love Laura podcast. Join us for all things fashion, fun, girls chats and all the behind the scenes. This is what you will not see on socials. This is getting right behind the brand. Welcome back. Well, this is an exciting one. Delighted to say that we are joined on the sofa this morning by the gorgeous, amazing, fabulous Linda from Bellamianta. If you do not know Linda, I'm sure you all do, but Linda is the CEO, owner of Bellamianta and Iconic Bronze. Two businesses, and not just two businesses that are absolutely doing amazing. She's sold millions of units, thousands of units. Genuinely, her numbers are insane. Literally all a girl from Dungannon. Am I right to say that?
A wee girl from Primark.
A wee girl from Pomeroy who I'm so proud of, and I am very lucky to call a friend. So it made sense that you're on the podcast today.
I know, I'm delighted to be here.
You! So, Holly, you have a list of questions for us.
Always, but can I also start this by saying to Laura, right when we done the last recording, I was like, I feel like I need a swear jar for you and Linda for this podcast.
No.
You definitely need one for me anyway.
Not allowed to curse.
Okay,
swear a wee
no
bit.
cursing allowed.
You can swear a wee bit, but I was like, honestly, these two together will be a force to be reckoned with. But I love Bellamianta, always have. Laura is lucky, she's naturally tanned, I'm just not, so I live in Bellamianta all year round. But wasn't it the liquid gold that you had the best success with last year?
Yeah, so the liquid gold has sold over 1 million units worldwide.
I told you, millions.
Yeah, over 1 million units worldwide.
That is fantastic.
Like, just take a moment, over 1 million units of something.
Yeah.
If Love Laura ever got to 1 million units, honestly, that is me, Caribbean direct.
Do you know what though? We've only really properly got our stock system up and going, and we've actually realised that there's a few other of the tanning products
They probably have.
that are actually very, very closely coming behind it, and we'll soon have 1 million units sold of them.
Do you know what I think
Incredible.
one of them has to be? The shimmer bronzer.
Oh yes, well, to be honest with you, it is one of them.
And I buy it
Yeah.
time and time again. The shimmer bronzer,
Yeah.
the mascara, I absolutely love in all three colours. So they have this gorgeous tubing mascara. Is that what
So
it's
it's
called?
tubing mascara. So we brought it out last year. So
I
this
saw
month-
that on the label, but I didn't realise. What is tubing? Tell me.
So basically, it wraps each lash individually. But it's really, really good if you've sensitive eyes as well, because you just
And I
need
do,
like
yeah.
warm water to take it away. But it gives you it actually does give you that false, lash
Literally.
effect.
Like a lash lift?
Like I don't wear false eyelashes anymore.
No, well, I
so
can't.
don't.
I'm allergic, so I love it.
Do you know what? I don't mind false eyelashes, but it's the hassle of getting them on.
I know.
And I can always stick one down,
And not the
when
other.
it comes to the other, it's like
And
flopping
then it
up here.
sticks into you and everything.
Yeah.
No.
But no, it's incredible. And the burgundy in it.
The burgundy actually has been a wee bit of an eye opener for us. We thought, right, we're going to bring it out in a burgundy because we wanted to be that wee bit extra.
Yeah.
And like burgundy was the colour of the season last year, so we kind of like hit on point.
Genius.
And honestly, it was one of the best sellers. I think it was the one to actually sell out.
The
the
quickest
fastest,
check, 'cause
yeah.
I can remember trying to get it
Yeah.
again and I couldn't get it.
And it's a nice, the way some of the burgundies are nearly like too light that they don't give you
Yeah.
enough
It was
definition.
nearly like a chocolate between a chocolate and a burgundy.
Yeah, so give you enough definition. And I always thought burgundy was nice just on like green eyes or brown eyes.
Oh my God, I love
but
it.
I wore it myself and I had blue eyes.
Yeah.
And the
Makes
amount
them
of people
pop.
was like, oh my God, the colour of your eyes are so blue. And I'm like, they're not really that blue. It's just the
I
mascara.
find with it as well, I don't even really need any eye makeup because I'm like, the
Yeah.
burgundy does all the talking for you. And I'm like obsessed. And I had it on last week and it was so funny because it was Hannah. I was sitting at the desk and it was about 4:00 getting ready to come home and she was like, have you got different colour mascara on? I'm like, yes, it's my burgundy one. She's like, oh, I thought you'd pink eye. And I'm like, no, look, I'm beautiful. And she came up and she's like, I'm buying that one on there and then and bought the mascara. I was like,
We
"Thank you."
we did debate on a blue.
I'm all for blue, by the way.
But then some of the girls were like, no, Linda.
Giving me
like,
90s vibes,
aye,
but
they were like,
probably
no.
Imagine a navy though. Like imagine more
Well,
of a
I
navy
think
blue
a
than
navy
a blue blue.
probably maybe would be a good one.
Can we get a
But
vote? Because I'm telling you now.
The
that'll
electric
be a
blue,
winner.
I think that's
Holly
that's,
votes for
that's
navy
done.
all the time in here.
Yeah,
You're the
Navy,
navy
navy,
girl.
navy.
like a
I'm
dark
telling you.
navy blue would be quite nice.
Gorgeous.
Maybe
I
that
definitely-
might come next year.
I think so. Can it be called
And then
the Holly?
talk to me about the new tannin oil because I have not tried it. I'm so excited.
So
What?
the new tannin oil for me is my most favourite formula that I've ever formulated. I obviously suffer from eczema, and I'm
Dry
all
skin.
for clear tanning, because when you use a tan with a gag colour, I mean, you're using a gag colour. That doesn't matter. If you've got patches, it's going to stick in it until obviously you rinse off the gag colour the next morning. With the clear tanning oil, it's a dry tanning oil, so it dries down really, really fast. But honestly, see the feeling of your skin the next morning and the colour that it gives you. I know the girls in our office sometimes be a wee bit afraid, because they're like, oh my God, clear tanning, I'm afraid of missing a bit. And I'm like, just treat it like you treat a gradual moisturiser.
yeah.
You know your skin's wet.
I feel like I would love that, actually.
Be a bit careful on your hands and your feet. But honestly, once you use the clear tanning oil, which I brought for both of you today, you'll never go back.
I have to admit,
I'm an OG.
You see,
Bellamianta
if you
girly.
hit the nail on the head, you can see nearly where your sheen is when you're
Yeah.
putting it on. You can see like where you've put it. Do you know what I mean? You can see a bit of a.
I would say
Wetness.
give it a few years, and
Yeah.
people are only going to be using clear formulas.
Totally.
Because if you think about it, like when you're using dyes in your skin, if you've got open pores or anything, some people suffer. They don't realise that you need to close your pores over before you tan.
Before you tan, yeah,
And
that's
do you
so
ever
important,
end up
because you
with
can't
those-
shave and put tan on.
Do you ever
No,
end
no.
up then with like black marks?
Yes.
That's where the gag colour is actually settled into your pores.
Okay.
So you always need to make sure that basically you've closed over your pores before you actually tan. So that's why I always say to people, if you're going to tan, do your waxing and your shaving and your exfoliating at least 24 hours beforehand.
Actually, this is such a good question. Talk to me. What are the tanning tips? If you were to give people 3 tips before they tan, tell me, because I hate taking tan off. I love it when it's on, but I swear to God, I hate taking
Linda,
it off.
this woman beside you is the worst person to ask about tan, because I swear she comes in here on a Wednesday and she's like, I should have scrubbed my tan last night and I didn't. Baits over the top of it. You can
Such
see the
a-
previous
it's
tan
so bad.
on before it.
Oh, God.
Then I'd be like, Laura, and she'd be like, who's seeing up there? Nobody's seeing up there. I don't need tan up there. And I'm like,
I suppose you're the person
honestly,
that's dancing
Yeah.
here and here
Yep.
and the ankles upwards.
So bad.
I'm
so
guilty
bad.
of that myself.
Right, talk to us. So you're going to tan. What do you do first for your skin?
Well, I always say with tanning, preparation is key. If you fail to prepare
Prepare
to
to
fail,
fail.
basically.
Life lesson.
So we have the likes of like your glycolic scrub and stuff in Bellamianta, and also you've got your tan primer as well. So even if you don't have those products, I always say like a bath of Epsom salts.
Right.
Literally soak in a bath of Epsom salts. If you don't have those products, use an exfoliating milk or a mitt, and that'll basically take off all the layers of tan that you've had before.
Okay.
And honestly, that is the best tip for getting rid of your tan.
And then shower and then stick it straight after exfoliation. Like,
no,
don't leave it.
no, I would be.
See, that's where I go wrong.
You need to let your skin come back to the normal pH balance.
Right.
Because if you go straight in then and say you're coming out of a roasting hot shower, a roasting hot bath.
That's what I do.
Like you're sweating, you need to give yourself, your
skin needs to get back to normal.
Needs to come back to normal. So even, walk about the house for a couple of hours. And say, for example, you've had to shave the day off tanning. I always say to somebody, blast your skin with cold water, and that will
After.
close over the pores.
okay.
And then start from the ankles upwards and start from the wrists upwards, and always leave your hands and your feet to the very, very last.
So wrists, right? See,
But
that was another one.
preparation's key, like shaving, exfoliating at least, if you can, 24 hours beforehand. My preparation for my tanning will probably start on a Wednesday. That's whenever I'll, use my glycolic scrub, bath in a bath of Epsom salts, and then shave my legs or whatever other wee bits
Bits
needs
and
to be
pieces,
shaved.
all the wee bits and pieces for the weekend.
And then I'll give my skin a really good moisturise on a Wednesday night, and then I'll tan on the Thursday night.
Brilliant. Love that. Okay.
Now, Laura, tell me the truth. Are you going to do that, wee sister?
I'm gonna, now I'll be texting you on a Wednesday night, just chilling
But
in the bath.
realistically, if you don't have that time and you're a last minute tanner, and look, I'm guilty of that too, make sure and blast your skin with cold water.
Cold water,
Because
I
that'll
did not know
close
that.
over the pores, so it will. And then obviously any drier areas that you have, like the likes of say, your knees, and your elbows. We have the oil-free body butter. Pop a wee bit of that on.
Love
It
their
smells
body
amazing,
butter.
but because it's oil-free, it means the tan can develop through it as well. What you shouldn't do, and which a big mistake a lot of people do, is they basically do a full layer of moisturiser all over their body before the tan, and then they wake up in the morning and they're like, why hasn't my tan developed? It's because the tan hasn't been able to actually seep through into the skin. So don't do a full body moisturise before you tan. Only do the little bits.
My sister Ashley, she has a great system. She loves the Bellamianta serum.
Yes.
Swears by it. So she'll do that. at night time, gets up, has a wee shower the next day, but she won't put her moisturiser on until that night. So she nearly gives it that extra development time. And I honestly, she could wear tan for 2 weeks without having to scrub it.
Without taking it off.
How is your tan still so nice? And I will admit, I tried it. We come back from China and I had a week of no tan, so my skin was well ready for it. And I did try her technique and it was flipping brilliant.
It worked. You know, everybody's skin's different.
I'm so glad I asked that question because honestly, I did not know any of that.
But see with the oil, honestly, I have to say, I don't even see it disappearing off my skin.
Amazing.
It just fades off so naturally, so gradually. You know the way sometimes you get that horrible wear off, that snake skin wear off. And I mean,
drives me mad.
It does. It drives me mad as well. But I do not get that with the oil at all.
The other one as well, Linda, I said this to you before. See your gradual tan.
Yeah.
If you do have a bit of a base colour and you put that on, again, it goes on so natural, but you can really build it, and it doesn't have that scaly effect coming off.
No, it's because it's packed full of shea butter.
Yeah.
Like, the likes of a moisturiser, a gradual moisturiser, it's always going to be the more moisturising formula because it's got like shea butter, hyaluronic acid, it's bursting with natural fruit extracts. It's got like all the things in there that's going to keep your skin nice and hydrated. Yeah,
I love it.
I always bring it for I don't use it on holidays, but you know, the last night before you come home, I put it on.
Well, see, a lot of people would say to me, "What do you do on holidays?" Because obviously they're in and out of the pool, and like chlorine is just going to dissolve your tan. Yeah. But I would always say to them, bring the gradual moisturiser with you, and you know, top it up.
Actually, on holidays.
On holidays, because the gradual moisturiser is going to help to, you know, if you've got a wee bit of a colour, and say your skin needs that extra moisture as well, you're going to give your skin the moisture, but you're also topping up your tan throughout the week. Because like, there's no avoidance with going in and out of the pool.
No, and you want to enjoy it as well. Like.
Exactly.
See, Laura, you do tan really well, like, but there is us wee pale people.
No,
and plus, honestly, the older
I'm like
I get,
Freckle
the
Rock.
less you don't tan at all.
Well, I'll go to like a turkey red, and then the freckles appear.
Ready for the oven.
Basically, and then I'll baste a little bit, but I would have to be in the sun for about 2 weeks before I'd even get a decent colour. Like,
no, Laura blinks at the sun.
You were blessed.
Oh no, I don't think blessed, honestly, because I think as well, the sun ages you. I do not care what anybody says. I see it already on my chest, my face. I dare not put in the sun. So honestly, I'm not the biggest advocate for the sun either, but I do love a wee natural. It definitely helps me.
It does, definitely.
It just helps the look of me.
Once you've got a base, like, your tan goes on far better. Like, I'm not going to deny that. Even whenever I come home from holidays, I always think my tan goes on far better.
100%.
Yeah.
Right, no more chatting because let's talk about the biggest thing ever that we've completely missed at the start. Linda is opening a mega store in none other than Rushmere in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so it's going to be opening on the 7th of March.
So we're having
exciting. Our VIP influencer night on the 6th of March, and then we are opening the doors to everyone on the 7th of March. So this has been sort of like a lifelong goal of mine. I've been 10 years in business. So this is your first massive store, like, isn't it, really? You've done loads of concessions everywhere, and you're in Boots and loads of retailers, but this is your first standalone. This is my first ever shop that I can call my own.
And it's humongous.
Yeah, it's 4,000 square foot.
Whoa.
So it's got 2 floors. The first floor obviously is up front facing Bellamianta, and then we've got an area for Iconic Bronze, and then oh god, my throat, sorry. And then we've got I'm getting emotional talking.
I was hoping for tears, no more joke.
And then we've got another area where we have really focused in on female founded Irish brands.
Brilliant.
As well as some other international brands, and they're people that I have met through my 10 years in business, people that I've become friendly with, and also, you know, Bellamianta only has so many products, and so does Iconic Bronze. And I think when you have that one-stop shop where you can go in and get a wee bit of everything, you know,
love that.
It's a better customer experience.
Yeah, and that's one thing, and I will say that about Linda, is she is everyone's biggest supporter, and that goes to show, because, like, do you know what really bugs me in business? If we try to drag somebody down, go with it if it compliments you, but also if you're a competitor, there's nothing like healthy competition, and it should be bloody encouraged, because it makes you work harder.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you
didn't have competition, you would get lazy.
100%. If you don't change, there's something wrong. So I love that. So that's incredible. So has it been stressy? Tell us the real.
Do you want a wine?
You may get the bottle open there.
Get the bottle opened.
No, look, it has been very, very stressful. Honestly, there's points where I doubted myself and I thought, am I doing the right thing here?
I'm sure.
Obviously, the cost of it, it's a big cost. You know, it's a big investment, and you know, I'm self-funded and have been self-funded up until now. Still self-funded. So really, I'm backing myself.
Massive
but I
risk.
always think if you can't back yourself, then who else is going to back you?
Yep.
So I have put a lot into this here. The team have worked so hard in it. You know, they're all stressed out about it, but
they feel a sense of ownership as well when you do something
honestly,
like that.
like they're getting so excited about it now. Even like Rachel, who's been heavily involved in like the graphic design part of it. You know, whenever we go down, and we were down last week, and you know, the units were in, and we could kind of see the whole vision coming to fruition, and we were like, oh my god,
I know, I
this
saw
is
your
amazing.
stories. You
Yeah.
were so emotional, and that's what I think. If you're emotional, that shows it.
You care.
You're so passionate.
Yeah.
I know. Plus, you're probably tired and wrecked also, let's be honest.
Honestly, I'd say it's probably the most stressful thing that I have ever done.
Oh,
So
I
it
know. I
is.
remember building that shop down in Banbridge, and honestly, that's small fry
And
compared to
it's
that.
it's the worry as well.
I know. It is.
You know.
But listen, it'll
I
fly.
know.
It'll fly. You don't need to worry. But honestly, I know that stage of all this money going out, and you're like, is this actually going to work?
Is it going to reap the rewards?
Yeah, well,
Like I said to Sarah Jane coming down the road there today, I was like, oh my God, imagine we open up the doors and there's nobody queuing to get in.
No,
Linda.
I've said for a long time, I always rave about Rushmere.
Yeah.
I am like, Laura, Rushmere is, haven't I said this for so
Yes,
long? I'm like,
for
it's
so
the
long.
place to be. The shops in it are incredible. The parking's so handy.
Yeah.
Granted, sometimes it's so busy, you can never get a park, but I'm like, it is unreal. And where you are, I'm like, that's the only door I go in. So I'm
I
like,
know.
straight in.
The transformation that Rushmere has had is unbelievable. Like they've
Fantastic.
invested so much in it. I actually, when I look back now, I started my beauty journey working in Urban Decay counter in
you?
Rushmere. And do you remember the old Debenhams?
Yes, oh my God, I used to love it.
Isn't that
Yeah,
amazing?
So I started I started in Urban Decay, and then I went to work for Benefit. But actually, when I look out my front door of my new premises and I look directly, that's the counter that I used to work on.
That's mad.
So
Full
it is
circle
kind of
moment.
like a 360 moment, you know.
And even in the run
Amazing.
up to Christmas and all at Rushmere, they have so much on that
Yeah.
I'm like, it's always going to be in and around where your
See
store
the
is.
evening times whenever
Yeah.
I've been going in there, I can't get over how busy it is.
Isn't it crazy?
And you'd think in the evening times, you know, it would be
Quiet.
quiet,
Yeah.
but no, it's like you could hardly get a parking space. So
That's mad.
I think I've made the right
Brilliant.
choice. I know
100%.
we looked at other locations, and like of course competition's healthy, but sometimes there's
Too much.
obviously
Yeah.
too much competition. You know, you can't compete. And I did look at Victoria Square. You know, I looked at other units outside in Belfast, and then whenever I seen that unit in Rushmere and the location, like right beside River Island,
Meant
right
to be.
beside Primark, I was like, no, this is meant to be. And plus, what I'm getting for that 4,000 square foot that I'm getting, which is, you know, obviously the bottom floor and the top floor, I now have a full event space upstairs where I can run events. I can do pop-up shops with, you know, businesses like yours, you know, invite them in.
Yes,
you know,
Linda.
and which other brings a new clientele in through
know.
the doors as well.
I think
But
it's
also you
amazing.
could
Yeah.
run tutorials as well, you know,
Master
for skincare,
classes, yeah, we're going to be
masterclasses.
doing
I
that.
love
yeah,
the idea
and
of
like
all that.
teenage skincare work classes and stuff, workshop classes. We're going to be doing all that because we have the space to do it.
You think that, and then you'll get in and you'll fill the bloody space. That's always what happens to me. And you'll be like, should have took an 8,000 square foot unit.
I know. Well, I think 4,000 square foot is enough. So we obviously, the shop fit's all been done downstairs, and then my dad has actually just stripped out the whole of the upstairs, and we've kind of left it. It almost looks like it's like a studio.
That's better, because then I
Yeah.
think you just get into the space and understand how it works, and then you can do what you
Although
need to do.
now his biggest complaint about the whole thing was there was the stairs. There was like metal bollards going up the stairs, and they were black, and it took him about 5 coats of white paint to actually get the black away. He was like, these stairs will be the death of me.
Fair play. Linda's dad reminds me of my dad.
Yeah,
totally. He's
definitely.
so heavily involved.
No,
so
he's
is your
been,
mum as
honestly,
well.
he's been brilliant. He's been my eyes and ears down there. And
Because he came from building. He was a
he's
builder, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a
so
building background.
Brilliant,
so
like.
he's been since before Christmas. That's where he's been spending most of his time, sanding floors upstairs,
God, fair play,
painting,
though.
because there was, you know, the upstairs. It was all what was there beforehand. Trespass.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like a real dark blue on the wood. So he's like had to do about 5 coats of paint to get rid of that blue upstairs.
Brilliant.
But like he's done like actually for me to get somebody else to do that there would have cost me a fortune. So you know he saved
And
me a
also,
fortune.
I remember when I was building the shop, like guys coming into price work, right? And there was one dick in particular from an alarm system, not that far away from here. And he came in, and the whole site, it was a Friday evening, the site was mental, like Sharon from ShopFit and John Farrell, all the contractors, was quite coming close to the end. So the alarm was like one of the last things, do you know what I mean? And I was like, can you get me a quote through or whatever? And he goes, I'll send it to Jared. And I was like,
What?
you want to send it to who? And he was like, I'll send it to Jared. And I was like, Jared, my husband. I was like, no,
you won't.
And he was like, oh no, I'll send it on to him.
Oh no, that would have that would have drove me crazy.
And you know, there were so many men in the room that I was like, oh fuck, if I start, I might not finish. So
misogynistic.
And I was like, tell you what, don't even worry about it. That's fine, thanks.
I know, I'd have done the same. We'd have been out
What a
through the door.
But sometimes having a man like your dad around is always a good thing, because they just know a wee bit more. You know what I mean?
Well, see, when it comes to building work, like, I don't have a clue.
Yeah, and
you
neither
know,
did I. But
I am not a DIY person.
Same.
Definitely not.
no, same couldn't be.
You'll not see, like, I see these girls on Instagram, they're doing up their houses and stuff, and I'm like, fair play to you. I honestly, I wouldn't even know how to use a saw. Wouldn't even use, well, don't get me wrong, I probably could use a hammer and a nail, but that'd be about it, like, to hang a picture, and I could end up putting it through the electrics
I
or
actually
something.
wouldn't even attempt that. I'm handless. I wouldn't even care about it either. Honestly.
Well, I remember my husband isn't a very DIY person either, and I remember when I was pregnant, I was given off to him because I wanted to hang a picture, and he came in and I was like 8 months pregnant, standing with this picture of a hammer and nail, and he was like, get down on that seat, would you know?
Can I tell you, I don't even have a wedding photo. I don't even have pictures in my house. Isn't that so bad?
No, I'm the same. I've one family picture, with that one that I hammered in the kitchen, and that's
It's still there.
I have one of those frames.
That must be what, about 9 years ago.
I have one of them frames, you know, you get from the pine shop years ago. No, it was like a big one.
I was going to say, I remember all
And
the
like
pictures
all
in
the
it.
photos are sideways in it. They're not even put in.
My mother-in-law actually thinks it's a disgrace that I don't have like family photos up everywhere, and she keeps
be
buying me
disgusted in
these
my house.
gorgeous
Frames.
and it's like a wee hint every now and again. Any chance you want to put a picture in there, Linda?
No, where's my mum's the opposite. Honestly, it's nearly like a shrine. Sometimes we're just hanging everywhere on the walls. I'm like, bit much, Sal, bit much. Anyway,
She loves you.
so Linda, obviously, like, you're trying to keep business going. 2 businesses, you have your warehouse, and then the shop's been going.
I also have 3 girls.
I know.
3 girls,
3
And what about
kids.
Holly. Holly's working like she's in Iconic Bronze flat out.
Well, but Holly does she does a lot of like TikTok lives, and she does she was in packing boxes, she does content.
Does
She's
she?
kinda-
Beautiful too.
She's like the face of Iconic Bronze.
She is incredible.
Because I always say Iconic Bronze is like Bellamianta's younger sister.
Yeah.
Love that.
Daughter. Younger daughter. And it's very, very hard to be the face of both brands.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't actually realise that I own Iconic Bronze. But whenever I started Iconic Bronze, a lot of like the sort of discount, big retailers were coming to me and they wanted Bellamianta. And I really didn't want to give it to them because I knew that first of all, they would discount the brand and that would be very, very hard to bring
Lose
that
the
price
sense of
point
ownership,
back
yeah,
up.
as well, yeah.
But I realised that, people shopping at that price point, were they
Weren't being
going to
served.
spend an extra £15 more for a luxurious tan? No, they weren't. Were they going to spend an extra £5? Yes, they were. So we kind of built Iconic Bronze on the same ethos of Bellamianta. So it was like clean formulas, no alcohol, kind of skin, but using cheaper alternative ingredients. So like Bellamianta is a more premium product. It costs us more to make it, but Iconic Bronze like sells so well by itself. Like it's
And
one
plus,
of
if
one
it's
of
a younger
Primark's.
brand, those wee girls don't have that money
That's
to
it, the
spend,
price
literally.
point.
But they
Yeah.
also want served, so that's amazing.
That's it. Yeah,
I love
so
that.
I thought to myself, if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. So we actually give it to Primark exclusively for the first 3 months. And then we had a big, massive order from Primark, and that kind of bankrolled the whole business.
That's
So,
amazing.
Yeah.
And who is your best retailer? Maybe I shouldn't ask this, but like, in terms of Boots, Primark, are they all different in terms of market?
They're all different, but probably our biggest retailer for Bellamianta would be Boots.
Boots,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And
So
it's
we're
in England
Boots
as well,
Ireland's
isn't it?
number one tanning brand.
That is
Love that.
incredible.
Gotta get that in there,
Incredible. Love that.
Tagline.
And have been for multiple years.
Yes, absolutely. Nobody's knocking this bit off our perch.
Well, you know what? You always have to be aware of your competition, and there's always somebody coming behind you. So, you always have to be innovating and bringing, new formulas to the market. One thing we're really, really good at Bellamianta is Christmas gifting.
Yes.
And I think back then we were one of the first tanning brands to actually introduce Christmas gifting, because a lot of people would have said, oh, tanning's seasonal. And I'm like, no, it's not. People
No.
tan,
All year.
all
All year
year, and
round.
especially in the wintertime, because
And summertime.
They haven't seen the sun. So we introduced Christmas gift sets, and honestly, that is our busiest time of the year. And then obviously we diversified more into colour cosmetics, and that's flying now. It's making, actually colour cosmetics is now making up over 50% of the business.
And any sneak peeks of what's to come, you know, because we always like to get a wee bit sneaky here. Anything you want to tell us about? Give us just a wee hint.
We have a lovely new tannin formula that's going to be launching in the next few months. It's part of the Summer Infused range.
And I love the Summer Infused.
It's on the gradual side of things, but it's quite different.
Sounds like a bit of me, maybe.
It's a ready to go tan, and it smells amazing as well, but it's a gradual tan. So put it like this, it's instant, but it also develops.
That is definitely
I love the sound of that.
And then I've been working on a foundation now for 3 years.
Linda, this was my next thing.
On,
I say this to you all the
get
time.
it done.
I said to Linda, I can do my full makeup apart from my base.
I know.
Well, apart from my foundation, sorry, I can do everything else with Bellamianta. I'm like, give me a foundation, please.
The foundation, it should have been here already. However, I am
fussy. Like you've not been busy.
No, look, I am
work a bit harder.
And I've just went back to the drawing board with time and time and again. It does contain an SPF, and I realised one of the ingredients in the SPF, not that it's not a banned ingredient, but I would say it's frowned upon. And I realised they'd use that in the formula, so I'm straight back to the drawing board again, because I want to make sure when I'm bringing this to market that it does everything that it says on the tin. And for me, like, I love a real dewy, glowy.
Are you wearing it today by any chance? Because it's friggin' gorgeous.
Are you wearing it today?
Yeah.
Unreal.
And even the packaging of it, like, we've had to go, you know, the packaging, we wanted it to be, you know, it travels safely, and but we also wanted it to be that nice Bellamianta packaging too. So we've had to go.
I'm so excited!
But also trying to make it cost effective too. That, you know, you're not having to charge an arm and a leg for it. So
but I think with something for foundation, you don't mind.
Well, we just had somebody compare it to, one of the girls in work compared it to the new Victoria Beckham foundation, and she said at a fraction of the price, and she was like, Linda, I have used it, and honestly, it feels very, very, very similar.
Linda, have you any wee samples in your bag?
Are similar
Sarah
as well.
Jane, is she any samples in that boot out there?
Run.
Go out quick.
OMG. That, I'm telling you, that'll be the game changer. And one more product thing that I want to rave about as well, because I only started using it again last week. I forgot, was my blusher.
I love the glazed blush brands.
No, not even.
Which one?
It's in a wee glass one with a gold lid.
Oh,
it was
the
in
wee
the summer soiree thing.
cheek kiss. Yeah.
Oh my God, obsessed. I done, you know, last week I done the funny video ripping the piss out of you, shock, and loads of people were messaging, what's your blusher? And I was like, what is my blusher? And then I was like, oh my God, it's my Bellamianta one.
Yeah.
Forgot. I was always the cheek glaze that I was using,
It's
and then
brilliant.
I go back into that, and I was
Because
like,
it is like a wee built-in highlighter in it.
obsessed.
It's got a wee bit of a glow to it as well.
It's very buildable. You know, it's quite sheer.
Yeah.
But I love to use it in the summertime, because I find whenever the sunlight hits your face, you know, you can really see the highlighter.
I think it was just whenever I was getting the light of my selfie when I was ripping the piss, it just hit lovely, and I was like, that's not going to work.
But even whenever I'm developing Bellamianta products, I always think about, like, for me, it's always about the glow, because I was thinking about how will this perform in summertime when the sun's hitting your face. And for me, I love glowy, healthy, dewy looking makeup. I don't like that real cakey, contoured,
heavy,
dried down.
I think it's over. People are over that now.
Yeah,
because I'm sitting with a face full
some
of it.
some people aren't.
No, well, I definitely am. I like something light, but that's.
And don't get me wrong, it doesn't always photograph the best.
Yeah, but also you can build it up.
Yeah, you can build it up.
Do you know what I mean?
And sometimes if I'm on holidays, like, you know, if we've been out for lunch during the day, I don't want to go home and have to do, you know, take the makeup off. I'd rather just be able to put a wee bit more on, and away I go.
Build it up.
Yeah.
I have a question that you're probably not going to be able to tell us, but you can just give me a yes or no. Have you any big collaborations coming up this year with anyone?
No, not this year.
Really?
No, not
yet.
this year.
Not yet. Love Laura and Bellamianta.
Yeah.
Did I just open the way?
Not this year. This year, honestly, was really concentrating on building our portfolio of products, and the products that are missing in the range, and also building on the store. So, again, I wanted to back myself and back the brand.
Yeah.
Before going down that collaboration route. Bellamianta, we have done collaborations which have been brilliant, but I wouldn't say that we're a collaboration brand.
I think me and you have chatted about this at length, sometimes in the car on the way to Dublin, but collaborations for me as well, I have the ultimate fear because at the end of the day, you're giving up part of your brand, part of your control to please somebody else. And yes, it might work out for the best, but to me, there's an awful lot of just uncertainty with a collab.
Well, it does be. That's why you have to be really, really sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we did the
That would scare
collaboration
me.
with Maura Higgins, like that was amazing because she'd just come out of Love Island. You know, she stayed loyal to Bellamianta. She was a brand ambassador for us. That was really good for us in terms of like UK exposure.
Yep.
But again, it runs its course. I mean, Maura, like she's in the US now doing traders. I mean, like
Amazing.
absolute superstar. And then whenever we diversified more into colour cosmetics, I really wanted to collaborate with somebody, not necessarily that had the biggest social media following, but somebody who had credibility within the industry.
Yeah.
And that's obviously why we collaborated with Patty, and that was
Yeah, I
amazing.
love that.
And I mean,
Yeah.
that sculpting balm.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
people just go mad for it. We were sold out of it for so long there, and eventually got it back in, and people were crying.
So
looking
it
at
can work. It can work. I'm just
definitely can work, you know. And don't get me wrong, there's maybe some products within a collaboration that don't necessarily sell as well as the other ones, but they're there as an add-on.
Exactly,
And that's
yeah.
when you have to make the decision: do you reorder that product or not?
100%. I don't know. We've never really.
No,
few
there's
times.
and last year there was a couple of ones that Laura was like, I think we should, but then again we didn't push it too much because it was like, do you know what? No, we've enough going on, and
I think your brand needs to stand by itself
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, and
Don't
also
be
for us,
reliant on
I
it.
was like, we have a lot of work to do on our own
Yeah, that's
before we start
Yeah.
to open it up and, you know, open it up. We still have a lot of learning to do. if
And
you
that's
know
not
what I mean.
saying that I'm not going to do a collaboration. Like there's somebody that I'm thinking of at the minute.
Yeah.
That I have spoken to. I just have been that busy this
Yeah,
year
I
with the store and
know.
stuff. But, you know, that could come down the line, if not next year, the year after.
Yeah, no.
Preferably next year, but this year it's all
Tomorrow.
This year it's all about the store.
Yeah, well.
And have you a goal for Bellamianta, as in, like, Laura, you always say that you want everybody's wardrobe to include some Love Laura. Like, would yours be, Linda, that you want everybody to have a full, like, Bellamianta can be your full routine, or what? Like,
From start to finish.
I would love to get to the point where you could actually do your full face, you know.
And your body.
Full face on your body full of Bellamianta, but I would never expect any woman just to have Bellamianta in their makeup bag. Because let's be honest, whenever I open up my makeup bag, I use products from all different brands. And that was part of my reason of bringing in other brands into the store. So we have some makeup brands coming into the store as well.
I love that. That's what
You
I'm
know.
saying. You love it because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I still shop Zara. We shop for a living.
Yeah.
But also we always chat now because we were like, our shopping now is like
Based
you're
on
kind of
Love
based
Laura.
on, you're either thinking, could we do that better? Let's see it for quality. Let's test it out. We're just like, we don't even wear the stuff, but we're nearly shopping now. Are you the same with makeup?
Yeah, all the time.
And because then sometimes you'd be blown away by it.
Yeah.
Or else you're just like so let down. You're like,
And there is some of the premium brands out there, and you know, I hear all this hype about this product, and then I go and use it, and I'm like,
agreed.
do you know what I mean? I just think it's
and I paid £40 for that.
I know. No, so
but
true.
I think that's important to do that.
Yeah,
But
but
also-
you have to test them.
Yeah, and there's some bits that you obviously love, but
Yeah.
and now, apart from the boys, 9 times out of 10 when we're shopping, you're the same. You got a
know.
jacket. You were chatting about it. And
We do this now all the time, and we are literally banned for the sake of it. And I got a jacket, and I absolutely love it. And I nearly don't want to put it up to share it because I'm like, we can do this and we can make it better. But I love it and want to wear it right now. Do you know
I
that
know.
way? But I'm like, and actually, people have got to the stage now where they're like, is Love Laura going to bring out something similar? And I'm like,
do you know what I mean? It's
I know.
so you actually, even though you're shopping, you're like, well, I'm not even going to wear that because
But there's things people are going to be better at, you know what I mean? You know, if I think about even like the skincare brands that we're bringing in, you know, some of them are so science-based.
Yeah.
And
specialist.
And that's their niche. You know,
Yeah.
we're actually bringing skin ingredients into the shop owned by Jennifer Rock. And I mean,
she's amazing.
honestly, her knowledge of skincare is
amazing.
amazing. Like, I just be... Tell me more.
Yeah.
Because I'm like a, you know, I love
Guinea pig?
sucking up
Yeah.
the information.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like, Bellamianta, will we bring skincare into the range down the line? Yes, we will. But it'll never be as science backed as hers.
Yeah.
For
That's
me,
also
it's
what
more,
comes to what your interest
Yeah,
is as
that's
well.
it.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, for me as well. Like that's what I always say. Like I never set out to be a designer.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't want to be sketching. That's not my thing. My
Yeah.
thing is fit, feel, fabric.
Yeah.
That makes you feel.
Aye,
Not about
how it feels on your skin or how it feels on your body.
Not because it looks amazing on a sketch.
Yeah.
Or I think, oh my god, that's the most gorgeous. You know, sometimes the most beautiful things online or on paper are never
Don't
what
turn
you
out
feel
to
good
be,
in.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like sometimes you get those gorgeous makeup palettes that look amazing.
Yes.
And then you go
they're
to
so
use them
shitty.
and they're
They
like,
fall out or
this
they're
is
not
crap.
great.
The pigment's
you know.
awful in
Yeah.
them. Yeah, no, I agree.
Or you can't even get a lift on the brush with the
Yeah.
product.
Well, speaking of brushes, I was actually going to rave to you about yours. I love your brushes.
Are the way 4-in-1?
Yes, I would love. This is basically everything I want today. But I'd love you
Mum
to do like a
loves-
full eyeshadow set with. You see the eyeshadow, the 2 smaller ones in the
Yes.
4-in-1. They're unreal. And when you
Yeah.
clean them, they come up like brand new.
Yeah.
Like there's no fallout with the hairs. There's nothing.
brushes
They're
are
so
very
good.
good now.
And the big one for the body and all. I really do rate them.
No, we are. There's brushes in the pipeline, and there's another version of the 4-in-1 coming as well. Because
your
it's
mummy
just
loves
such a
it too.
handy
Yeah, she
brush,
loves the 4-in-1.
You know.
Do you know what I was actually thinking about this morning when I was thinking about you? Do you ever get to the stage? I don't know. I'm having an ugly week anyway, right? So just
got
past
the
your remarks,
fugglies.
you got the fugglies, right? And I was like, I feel like I don't ever get my makeup done, right? Because I just don't suit it. I look like a man when I get my makeup done. But I was like,
I
do
know what you mean.
I would love to go somewhere that, I don't know, not taught you how to do makeup, but was nearly like, I don't know, maybe this is something you could do in the first floor of that space, but like nearly like a wee tutorial.
Laura,
but
do
like
you know who you need in
better.
your life?
Yeah.
Laura Kelly.
Oh, she's amazing.
Really?
remember
For,
the
you, for
blush
the
I
type
sent
of
you?
makeup that you like.
Yeah, and
Laura
nearly to
would be
tell
amazing.
you, these are the 5 hero products that I
Yeah.
would recommend. Like, don't go spending here, there, and everywhere. Because I'm so easily influenced on Instagram. Like, I fucking buy everything, and then I'm like, I've never used that.
I am
That is-
down to go to her for my makeup for that reason
Yeah.
as well. But she has, remember the beautiful reason.
and I got
blusher?
it.
We bought it.
I went and bought it.
But she has that, like, she can do your makeup where you look flawless, but you're not caked. And
Exactly.
I'm obsessed
I
with
think
her.
that's what you need
Laura's
to do.
actually training all of the new staff for the store.
Amazing.
So we're getting her in for a day to do a whole training with the Bellamianta.
Get her in to do something on that first floor. I'm there.
No, we will. That's what I'm saying. That's why we've got that first floor, because we can do master classes. We can do, the way that I'm going to teach makeup could be quite different from the way that Laura.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, me and Laura actually like similar styles of makeup,
Yes.
so we do. Could be quite different from another makeup artist. But everybody learns different from everyone else, and what you could pick up from one person, you might pick up different from another person.
yeah. I just
So
like
it's giving
thinking
that
this morning.
opportunity, bringing all those makeup artists in, giving them, a stage and an
Yeah.
area where they can actually, have those sort of events.
Yeah, and also
Because sometimes it's space that they're
not
lacking.
about teaching you makeup for events, just teaching you for
yourself.
Normal.
every day.
Yeah.
Every day,
Yeah.
and like toning it down and then layering it up.
Exactly,
Honestly, I
yeah.
think that would be.
Yeah, I remember we did a photo shoot in Ibiza, and Laura did
I
a
remember
video
this,
of doing
yeah.
my makeup.
Yes.
And that video went viral. But to me, I looked like me in that video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes I've got my makeup done, as you say, and honestly, like sometimes I look like Jackie Stallone.
I can literally tell when she's done your makeup because I'm like,
Like,
oh,
it looks like me.
It's
It looks like the
amazing
way
though.
I would do my makeup, only probably better. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
she is fab.
Laura's getting some
Yeah.
call out there.
Right, Laura.
You
Get me
In
and
you
you booked in
Laura,
somewhere.
Laura, God help us. And we can then also chat about the merchant event because now we have it confirmed.
Yes.
Linda is going to be joining us.
Yes.
Linda is going to join us on stage, and I was like, Linda, do you want to come to the first show or the second show?
Oh no, the second one.
Cocktails.
We can have a wee drink
We are
afterwards.
partying
Yeah.
afterwards. So
That'll
Linda's,
be the week after the store opens, so I'll be well ready for a drink.
you'll either show up drunk or you'll be drunk by the end of it.
No, I'll stay sober before we get there. Like.
So Linda's going to join us for the second show, and then you're going to have a pop up for both shows, though.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
Be able to purchase all the Bellamianta bits we've talked about and rave about.
Okay, perfect.
I think this is genius. You're going to, honestly, these pop ups are going to be the best thing ever. So,
But Laura, you were really, really good. Whenever, the walk-in wardrobe, remember, you would have invited businesses in.
oh, yeah, I
And,
love that. Honestly,
it was really, really good for brands to even showcase to a different audience that
yeah.
might have seen before.
But hopefully, maybe you could do something like that as
Yeah,
well. And you're like,
that's
you could
what I'm
just
gonna do, yeah.
like we don't have space now in that shop, honestly. But when we first started out, we had the space, but now we love Laura. We are just busting at the seams.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do the pop ups as much last year. But that's something it's brilliant.
And there's
because-
so many women that we've worked with, in the industry, like the likes of the girls from Unaltered and stuff, and I'm thinking
Yeah.
we can get them in to do like wee pop-up shops, yourself in to do pop-up shops, different makeup brands that maybe we don't stock, and they're thinking, right,
Yeah.
well maybe I would like to be in your store, but even giving them the opportunity to do a pop-up
especially for
upstairs as
smaller
well.
brands as well that
Yeah.
are maybe just starting out. It's a lovely way to give back, I think, as well. 'Cause-
exactly.
Well, I don't know about you, but you're the same probably. You just, anybody that helped you always remember them.
Oh, definitely.
You always
And
remember the
I
people that
also
said
remember
yes.
the people that closed.
Oh, yeah, and you're like-
closed the doors in my face. But I also think, as you say, competition is healthy. But whenever I was first, starting out, I didn't have a lot of female mentors or people that I could actually
Just a sounding ear.
a sounding board. So
Yeah.
even to be that person for somebody else starting out, you know, that's really what I want this event space to be like.
100%. Well, that leads me on lovely to Linda and I are part of the EYA
Yes.
Winning Women program,
Yeah.
which Linda was the one, you were on it last year and you were like, Laura, I feel like you would love
Yeah.
this. You really encouraged me to go for it. So this year I've been to a good few events now,
Yeah.
and like it's unbelievable. So it's just really like, it's a group of women from all over the world. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And it's just exposure to those type of people. It's unbelievable. How do you find it?
Like last year, whenever I first went into it, we went away. Obviously, we're going to
Malaga now. I need to book that.
Dear help, Malaga.
But last year I went on the big trip and I thought to myself, oh my God, I didn't know what to expect. I was kind of nervous going by myself because normally I either have like one of the girls from the office with me or else have one of my sisters with me. And very rarely do I kind of
On
go
your
and do
own?
things, you know, by myself. But I just thought, you know what? I'm going by myself. I'm going to put myself out of my comfort zone
Do it.
and go and do it. And honestly, it was the best thing I ever did. There's women from all different industries and you learnt so much from them all. You actually got your eyes open to so much. And even what we learnt from the seminars, like AI to me was like a foreign body back then. Like I hadn't even thought about AI in my business, and they opened up my eyes to everything that AI
Could help with rather than hinder, yeah.
Yes,
And I
'cause
think AI at the
you hear
minute gets such a bad rep.
Yeah, these horror stories, and you're going, oh God, I can't have AI in my business. But actually, you came away from that there with sort of like a newfound confidence that actually I could use AI in my business, not necessarily for everything in the business, but for things that could actually make things a lot easier and processes a lot easier.
Yeah.
So even with the likes of ChatGPT for writing captions,
I know.
for those sort of things, you know, don't get me wrong, what you put in, you're going to get out. But even for the likes of like customer service, for streamlining customer service, for
It's
loads
unreal.
of different things in the business. But again, that there, I wouldn't have thought about that there, only I
Yeah.
went to
Yeah.
that weekend away. And honestly, I went away thinking, this is going to be so corporate. I'm going to have to really behave myself. I'm going
Rein it in.
I'm going to have to be like the behaved Linda, because you know
There's
me,
two
like,
versions.
there's
Wants
two
that,
versions.
Linda.
And honestly, I felt whenever I came home, I was coming home from a hen do.
Brilliant.
From a girl's hen do.
You psyched for
They
Malaga
were
now?
some crack.
But
honestly,
do you know what
we had
I
the
love
best crack.
so far was the diversity of
Yeah.
industries. You felt like, I was thinking, oh God, I'm gonna feel like who's gonna even, I was like, so nervous, just being like, oh, I don't know if anybody's gonna even resonate with me, or do you know what I mean? But it was like, not only like there was these women like running these businesses in Africa, massive like construction companies.
Gano.
Like I am like, oh, whoa, go you! And then there's the other side of it, which are going down
Like
this
HR departments, there's
like the
women that have,
scientific route, or they're
women that have like women that does solar
Yes.
panels. There's women that have like coffee businesses. It's so diverse. The group is so diverse, but that's what I love about it.
unreal. And also the women in Ireland as well, that
Yeah.
like all these amazing women run businesses that I suppose with clothes or makeup you kind of traditionally associate a woman with running it,
yeah.
but it blew my mind that there was women running these businesses you would just never associate with
Yeah.
women. So I was like, this is unreal.
Yeah, and just even some of the phenomenal business women in Ireland
That's
that
what
you
I'm
didn't
saying.
even know about until you joined this group.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So also let's talk about EY, which is incredible, and also then my other one that we're both part of that I just
Mm-hmm.
think is the most amazing group of people is our ecom group.
Oh, brilliant. Like I went recently to the Gymshark.
Yeah, oh, I'm raging. I missed that. We
I
were in
know.
China. How
And
was it?
Blew my mind. Like what that guy has created. I think he's only 33 now, and he's
Yeah.
like running this multi-million billion pound business.
That started from his
It started,
bedroom.
I think from like his granny's sewing machine, and just even the culture and the team, the energy from like his heads of department, they were so cool. I was just like, you are just so cool.
I would have been
that,
so psyched to see the logistics, just their warehouse.
The
and all. I
logistics
raging.
was, Laura, it would have blew your mind. Like
sure,
it was
yeah.
massive. I thought, God, we have, between the office and the warehouse, we have about, 22,000 square foot or whatever. But this was like 10 times the amount. And they have a full, it's called the lifting gym, the Gymshark lifting gym.
Yes.
Oh my God, like
that?
facility, like a big massive gym, and you want to see the facilities that they have.
And
It's
even in their
amazing.
London store, I think they have a gym, don't they? Or there's
Not-
something, or like
I know they have a new
Wow.
couple of new flagship
Yeah.
stores. There might be something in it.
something I read.
But
and
like
I was
it's
whoa, yeah.
it's the culture that really got for me. I remember saying to them, you know, why did you continue to have your business in Birmingham? And this is actually the bit that I love, because people often ask me, oh, why are you still in Tyrone? Like, why did you not go to like Dublin or Belfast? And I was like, because that's where I'm from, and I'm a working mother. I need to be close to my children, but also I want to create opportunities within my own local area that wasn't there
100%.
beforehand. And he was exactly the same. So back in the day in Birmingham, it used to be, I think it was a Land Rover. There was big Land
car,
Rover.
yeah,
There was
yeah,
big car industry, and that obviously all closed down. And now half them all work
Oh,
in
wow.
Gymshark, and
Isn't that
even
amazing?
even their restaurant, like they're all like, it's free food, like their canteen, and the food is amazing.
Laura, I
Yeah.
have a wee
Don't tell
suggestion.
Holly.
I said I'm not even going to tell
Holly,
the
can
girls
you
who
be the
work
chef?
We're not at that point yet.
No way.
But just even the layout of, and do you know what really got me was, obviously they get their garments made in factories all around the world, but they have all the big massive sewing machines within
Second change their
in
samples and stuff,
Birmingham,
probably, yeah.
and they create the samples there, and then they take it out to tender.
Yeah.
But like, if you want to work with Gymshark, you then have to go and buy that machinery to create them garments. Like the whole setup would blow
So
your
were
mind.
you in their actual place in
Yes.
Birmingham?
Yeah.
And you could have went to that.
Yes, I was in town.
Kevin, I don't know how he wangled his way in, but like
Kevin's some operator,
it's
he's
something
brilliant.
that they don't actually do. But honestly, I came away from it thinking, oh my God, I am only a small fish. Like, but I also came away from it really, really inspired. Of
Look
like,
at the opportunity. Yeah.
yeah,
Flip
you
it
know,
on its head.
Look
yeah,
what he
100%.
did.
Yeah.
You know, there's opportunity out there for
And did you
everybody.
get to meet him himself?
No, we didn't, but we met his like chief operator.
Wow.
Chief
Yeah,
operating
officer,
director
COO.
or whatever. Aye, yeah. And then we met like, you know, the head of
that's
HR,
amazing.
the head of marketing.
And it just looked like the crack was 92.
It was brilliant. Really, really, really good. And they made it really, really interactive for us. And like, you know, they didn't gatekeep, you know, we were allowed to be very open, honest with them and ask them questions, and they were very, very direct back. And, you know, they were just so cool. That's the only way I can describe
That's
it.
brilliant,
Like
yeah.
the energy that came from them. One thing that I learned from them was when I was like asking loads of questions about the marketing end of it, and they said they have what they call as the Gymshark Muse. Obviously we have the Bella Muse, and they don't ever steer away from it. That's the customer that they sell to.
Yeah,
but even the guy who was describing it to us, he said, I'm not necessarily the Gymshark Muse, however,
But you need to understand who they are.
I'm wearing Gymshark's clothing, but they never lose focus of their marketing of who they're selling to,
Yeah.
which I think really resonated with me as well, because sometimes you do kind of you doubt yourself and you kind of veer off in ways, and then you have to rein yourself
To be
back
fair,
in.
that happens a lot. And then we would have, with Love Laura, whom I'm not speaking out of turn, but
No,
we'd have
no,
a lot of younger staff.
Yeah.
And they would often be like, oh, such and such brand has this, and such, oh no, but this brand has that. And we often have to be like,
That's not us.
Aye,
That's
I
not our
know.
Love Laura
Let them
customer.
Yeah,
do
We
good.
need
I
to-
get
Let
it,
them.
yeah.
But you also, but we're lucky in that our customers
Yeah.
talk to us, like they'll tell us yes or no. So
And we go off a lot on what they say. Like,
Yeah, we're very lucky.
And our lives are great because we would get a lot back from them with feedback about it, and even that would deter some of the launch dates because
Yeah,
I'd
they'll
be
say,
like,
"Oh, we're
"Laura,
not-"
there was nobody's interested in that yet. They want something else instead."
It's not
And
the season
yeah,
for it
it's
yet.
crazy
Yeah.
just how much you gain from it sometimes, but it's so good, so
It's
good.
even us with new product development, we're sitting there and I'm like, that's not a Bellamianta product, that's an Iconic Bronze product. And even, you know, I would use Holly a lot as a sounding board for the products for Iconic Bronze.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, she does not hold back
Ruthless.
on her
That's what you want, though.
Where
feedback.
did she get it from, Linda?
I don't know.
I have a Holly too.
I actually
She's
think,
not my daughter.
I actually think she's worse than me sometimes.
She's also ruthless.
Shut up, you.
Must be a Holly thing.
Do you know what? I like that there because sometimes you get stuck in your own head and your own way of thinking, and it is good to get other people's opinions.
Yeah.
But what I always say is take other people's opinions, but always follow
Stay in your own
Yeah.
lane.
follow your own
Stick to
gut.
Yeah.
You know.
I have two more questions and then I'm going to get into actual questions because
Okay,
I feel
go
like we
for
could
it.
talk here all day, lads. But for your products, how does that come about? Your product development, how does it happen? Does somebody see a product and think we could do it better, or does somebody think this is not in the market, we could create this?
It usually kind of starts from me, to be honest with
Yeah.
you, and I'll say I want this for Bellamianta, and then we'll choose a factory, we'll go out to different factories, choose the factory that we want to work with, and then it starts from the formulation, what the ingredients, what we want this, what the performance of this product we want it to do, what key ingredients we want in it, and then it literally is formulation after formulation. I mean, even with Bellamianta's first tannin product, I think we reformulated, was it 97 times?
Really?
It is painstaking for us because we are not a private label company. A lot of other makeup brands out there, they just choose a product that's on the shelf and stick a label on it. And, you know, and that's why they're able to bring stuff to market very, very quickly.
Yeah, but I don't think that works in the long run.
That's not us. We formulate everything from scratch.
Yeah.
And even if there is something on the shelf that we think, actually, you know what, I do like that there. However, it's got like no skin nourishing ingredients. If it's, you know, it's got nothing in it. We then take it away and we do it better.
Dissect it nearly, Okay.
Similar.
Similar to use. Yeah, very similar.
And
sometimes we get it wrong and that product never comes out. And we just can't get the formulation
Honestly,
right.
50% of the time.
Yeah, and I mean that's all about the R&D girls, like.
Oh, I know, and that, but I think as well as that, and I've been guilty of this. I'm nearly like, we could really do with another shampoo. And I'm like, we don't have time. Go for it. And then you're like, do not do that. Do not do that. Either put it off to the next season. But there is that part of you that like, we need that. You know, I am running late for this.
Yeah.
And also, but like you're very good, and Kathy will be like, she's a wee bit like me, she's like, come on, we need to get going. But you're like, don't, honestly, do not.
But then like, see that tannin oil that we're talking about, I sat in that for 3 years.
Did you?
I sat on that formula for 3 years.
Why?
Because I just didn't think people were ready for clear tannin. And to be honest with you, I think I was kind of right. Although Laura from MPD was like, I hate when you sit on unbelievable formulas and don't bring them to market. But I'm like, it has to be the right time. So we obviously started with the clear self-tanning mousse. Again, it was a slow burner, but the people that use it absolutely love it. Then we brought out the clear serum and we thought, right, people are really getting used to this clear formula now.
Now's the time.
And now was the time to bring in the clear oil, and the clear oil is honestly, to me, it's the elite formula from Bellamianta.
There you go.
I
love
say.
that.
Yeah.
And it can take, so say a product, you've come out with a new product, you love it, how long from the testing to it's ready to sit on the shelf?
Oh, that could be anything from...
It's a bit like us. That could
up to
probably
12
depend how
months,
many
to be
times
honest.
you have to go back to the supplier and
Yeah.
resample. And
Well, with us,
Is every product different is what I'm asking?
well, with us, things could fail stability. And
Okay.
then you have to go back to formulation again. So if it's failed stability, then you have to go back and reformulate and say the product splits in the bottle, or, you know, it's changing colour after a certain temperature. So all of that stuff comes into play with us.
wee bit similar to us, maybe not just as stringent in terms of like dye test, wash tests, all of the fabric testing that needs
So we've
to happen.
got a lot of regulations and
That's
a
what we
lot
are
of laws.
regulated, but not to the same degree, obviously, because your ingredients
Yeah,
are.
because we had come under the EU regulations, but we also have to follow the UK regulations as well, because obviously we sell in both.
In both,
Yeah.
I know. You forget about all that, don't you?
And then there's points where, like, you know, if you think back to like when the new DHA regulations came in,
do you remember that?
Sure, 80%
That
of our
was
products
scenes.
were actually affected by that. So we had like to basically sell off all of those products within a short period of time, and then had the cost of reformulating all of those products.
No, and the government
So let
didn't
me
help with those costs. Like,
no,
you know
and
what
that
I mean?
was straight after COVID.
Just overnight.
Like literally straight after COVID.
about
Like we
that.
survived COVID, and then the next thing the
know.
DHA
Wasn't that like
formulation.
the main ingredient thing?
So DHA is basically the ingredient that makes
you go
brown.
Yeah.
Ultra dark.
Yeah. But sometimes products would have had like up to 14, 15, 16% in it. But then with no explanation, they basically said you're only allowed up to 10% DHA in a product. And then you're also having to use tan enhancers and trying to formulate it to get it as deep a colour as what people were used to, which sometimes in some formulas wasn't possible, but we tried to do it as best as what we could.
Yeah, no. And it's hard, like, honestly, and all those regulations have a cost element, which when you're as a customer and you're buying that product, you're not seeing any of that.
No.
So
and the big cost, let me tell you, it very nearly put our lights out. I thought to myself after COVID, oh my God, we've survived COVID. And then the DHA regulations come in and I was like,
shit me again.
my God.
When you're down, like,
It's the things you don't realise, like
I
people
know.
just worry about what tan they're buying and then want it and be like, just get it for me again.
Yeah.
And there you go. Goes to show. Right, I have a few questions to finish us off.
Okay.
Right?
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
Go for the both of you.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous. So, favourite time of the day?
Home time.
mine's morning. I'm a morning person.
Yeah, you are. See if you try and get last night.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, I'm the opposite.
Oh,
I'm
she
morning
is
all day long.
wild, honestly. And I'm going off topic again, but she had her back massage the other night, and it was like 8:15. That's basically midnight to me, and I was like, "You're staying awake to 8:15." She goes to bed so early.
I go to bed so early.
I know, it's even this morning, like my husband was blowing his nose in the shower and I was going to kill him. I was like, if you blow your nose one more time, because I am just not, I am not, it takes me a wee while, it takes me
In
a
the
good
morning, does
hour
it?
Be a morning person.
to
Really?
waking up, because like I
Because
just,
you're probably a night owl. You've been going to 12 or
yeah,
1. Oh, I'm like,
yeah.
see ya.
yeah.
Gone.
Well,
That's
that
me.
literally leads me to my next one, being like, are you a morning thinker or a nighttime thinker?
Oh, nighttime thinker. You give me mindless TV and I will literally lock into my own head, and then I will think, and then I'll be writing notes in the middle of the night. Like the girls know,
Voice notes
they
flat
get emails from me in the middle of the night, and I'm like, I don't expect a response. So they all know, like,
Yeah.
don't, like, if you get an email from me in the middle of the night, just know that was my thinking time.
Mine's
enough.
morning or on holidays.
No, see, in the morning, our house is mental in the morning, trying to get
All
girls
of them
out,
out.
and
So is mine, but I'll
men
just
blowing his
driving to
nose in
work,
the
I'd be
snore.
like, that's my time to either talk to Kathy and then we're coming up with ideas, or else I'm thinking about something.
Well, I do like whenever I can get into the car and have
Peace,
time
okay.
to think, you know, but that's that.
Few and far between when you have 3 kids.
Exactly.
Somebody always in the car with you anymore, so.
Or the phone is just
All
going
night,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding.
So then, what helps you feel grounded whenever things feel really noisy?
Oh, for me, it's getting into bed and Netflix, mindless TV, that I can shut off all the noise in my head.
Laura?
Mine's Kilbrony Park. Picnic. Outside. Just like outside. Be outside.
Yours seems so much more holistic than mine.
Mine's not that holistic. The boys
No,
are there.
but
Don't forget,
honestly-
it's a wee bit manic. But also I'm like, there's like more to life than being in work. Sometimes it takes me to be.
When you
out.
can get out.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's I love nothing more than just, and I'm not saying like get a coffee outside, go out and just be outside.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. Dine in or dine out?
Dine out, because then I don't have to clean up.
You're right, out all the time, no dishes, thank you.
Right, what's your ick? I'll give you mine, right? It can be
Right.
business, it can be like personal, whatever. I am sorry to anybody that does it, but you see, baiting into the local spa in your dry robe, you haven't just done a deep sea dive. Take the dry robe off. You don't need to wear it out and about. I can't cope with you a dry robe. Thank God.
No, I don't think I do. Do you have one?
I don't have
think I
one.
do.
Fair.
No.
My husband does, and he wears it to the shop, and I'm like,
Oh,
take
no,
it
hold on.
off.
I did wear one at Electric
No.
Picnic,
Oh,
and I have
that's
to
okay.
say it was unbelievable.
I'll give you that, but
Yeah.
like, just, it's honestly, people are out walking, they're going for a coffee in their dry robe. I'm like, no.
What's
Or
yours?
socks and Crocs.
I would say people shopping in their jammies. I'm just like, seriously, like you're in a shopping centre in your jammies. Like I can't
Oh,
cope.
no, yeah, no.
The jammies and the slippers. I'm like, please
I
no.
know. It's
No,
wild.
just no.
I don't mind, say, running to the salon, or maybe, you know.
The beauticians
Go
get
on,
your
Laura.
nails.
Yes,
Go
exactly.
get your back rub, Sarah Louise. I think
But-
about you, Therese, my nails. Yeah, I was like, I'm in my jammies, just ignore me. I'm going to bed now.
Sinead had been in right
No.
before Laura and sent a Snapchat of Laura, and I was like, she hasn't even put a bra on. She's sitting in her pajamas with no bra on,
Oh,
getting her nails
no,
done.
I wouldn't need a bra at the
Well,
best
if you're
times.
going to get a spray tan done or everything, that's acceptable.
I was gonna get my nails
You're
done.
going to get your nails done. But like, see people going for their full weekly shop in their
I know.
jammies and their slippers.
No, I couldn't cope with that.
Now, fair enough, they might have coat over the top, but I can still see like their Mickey,
do you know
Minnie
what?
Mouse
Hopefully they're
pajamas
Love
or their
Laura,
Mickey
Linda,
Mouse.
and if they are, I'm not gonna argue,
Well,
no.
if they're Love Laura,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
that's
not
grand.
No.
But
Our
no.
local Tesco's actually brought that rule in, being like, they have a
Really?
big thing up, being like, you're not allowed in your pajamas. I'm like, thank God. Yes, that's how bad it used to be. People used to beat around in them all the time.
I remember going into Tesco's with Holly one time, and there was a woman in her jammies, and her daughter was with her, and Holly said to me, "If you ever did that,
That's what keeps you
would
grounded,
kill
Linda."
you." Yeah.
Laura, what's your ick?
Mine is randomly, you know, people in airports that queue for the plane.
Yeah.
You have your seat
yeah.
in the plane. Why are you queuing?
I'm the same. I always sit to the very end.
Yeah, and
I
also,
probably would have until I've started travelling with you, and now I'm
People
literally like last call.
Do you know
I'm
when
like, why be bothered?
the minute the plane puts its feet on the ground, they're up.
Jump. That happened whenever we were in
we're
China.
all
We were on
going
one of
the
our
same
flights. Do you
way.
remember?
Yes.
They literally, before the plane had fully landed, like nobody, the seatbelt sign, everything, like was still like the plane was going, they were up and at it, and I was like,
But I always think, you know,
I don't understand.
there should be a bit of like manners on a plane. Like I'll always wait to the people.
Yes.
You know, wait your turn.
Like we all have to go through
know.
passport control. We're
Yeah,
not getting out of here
exactly.
anytime soon.
Relax.
Relax.
And then they're trying to get their bags from above you and beating you on the head with it.
That gives me the complete like, I'm like,
Yeah.
calm down. Sit
Right.
down.
Last question then for you is, what does your ideal evening look like?
With Chinese, glass of wine, Netflix,
Bliss.
lying on the sofa with the girls.
Class. Love
Hopefully they're quiet.
A movie that they all agree on.
hopefully Jason's in bed by this stage now. And yeah. That's my night over, you know. He's snoring.
Yeah.
A peaceful evening.
A peaceful evening.
What's yours,
Yeah,
Laura?
mine is exactly the same. Shower, lovely
Yeah.
shower, tan, my new
Yeah.
tan oil. I'm gonna be marinating. Got my jammies on. Boys are on the sofa, we're all in our jammies, ready for bed, and we're just chilling, movie
Yes.
night, and just chill the frig out.
You
Wee
just-
glass of wine,
that's
brilliant.
you for the night.
Love it.
And I'll
been
put the
fab.
I'll put the phone in airplane mode, and hopefully nobody will
And
contact
Laura-
Yeah,
me.
don't even just sit it down. Don't even look at it. Yeah.
I know,
That would be the
because
dream.
that's the worst thing when it's not in airplane mode. Like you're constantly.
I know.
But you know
You
what
know.
my biggest switch off is online shopping. How bad that?
Oh no, I'm bad too.
Like
Are you
Zara
bad,
is my
Linda?
ultimate.
And make
switch
us feel
off.
better about ourselves.
I'm bad for saving it, and then no, this is
Then
what
you
I've
lose
had.
out.
This is what I've had to get better at.
Okay.
Because I would have been a very impulsive buyer.
Yeah.
And like honestly, have you seen my dressing room at the minute? And
Really?
obviously the garage as well, which is coming down with rails and rails of clothes. Like my husband actually went and got industrial strength.
Reeling.
Railing to put in the garage, and it was for me to actually sort out my dressing room, to sort out the stuff that I was going to give away, and I've just ended up filling that with new clothes. I've got a
just said
serious
this to Laura.
problem.
I want to, or do you want me to come and organise for you? Because it's my
here.
favourite thing in the
You'll
world.
you'll be there for
I'm
a week.
telling you.
So
I'm
you
good
will.
at it.
Me too, I said that. But actually it's a wee bit disgusting though that we literally just chatted about this in
Mm-hmm.
the podcast previous, because I was reading out, but I was like, and I'm not making excuses for myself, but also once I wear, I love Laura pieces, and don't get me wrong, like the jeans I wear to death, but there's other bits that if it's
We just
quite
have
a
to keep
dressy
moving on.
bit,
Yeah.
you're not gonna wear it again.
I know.
You move on.
And social media is the ruin of it for us, because like once you're photographed in it once.
Oh, totally.
But I'm actually trying to get over that, and you know, wear things twice.
That's why
Wear
we're
them
talking
again.
as well about, like, we know we say about a capsule wardrobe, but a lot of the times you feel good in it, you want to wear it again.
I
So
know.
it's like, I'm just going to
Yeah.
wear it because why not?
Yeah, but honestly I think we've all got a bit, everything is just, you just build up so much stuff now.
I know, like honestly, my friend came into my room the other night and she was like, "Oh my!"
She's not like,
God.
heaven, let me see what I'm gonna wear
No,
this
she was
again.
like, "Oh my God!" Like how? Like what are you going to do with all this stuff? I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to sort it, but
It just gets overwhelming
yeah.
sometimes. You're like, no, I can't do this.
And like I had a woman come in and done that for me like about 2 years ago.
Time you
But
had her
for-
re-employed.
Yeah, but then I was like, now I've got space for more.
Oh, totally. Well,
that's-
we're going to, no, you'll not after today. We'll be sending home that much.
Honestly, that is probably, I am bad for shopping for clothes.
Oh,
like that.
yeah,
I'm
same.
terrible. But then again, I think my size has changed and your
Yeah.
body shape changes, and even like, you know, I put on weight for the winter and then I lose it again.
I know.
So, you
Doesn't
know,
everybody?
I know, but like I think it's just different times of the
Yeah.
year, and the weather in this country is so unpredictable.
Oh, it's shocking.
I know.
Honestly, we need to nail a raincoat. Like, we've just said this, and I was like, always there's like a fucking raincoat, horrible. But actually, do you know what? The more I see and the more I live in this bloody country, I'm like, we need to nail a nice one.
I know that
Yeah.
you can layer underneath because the coat's too bulky and warm sometimes. You need something a bit
Especially for now,
lighter.
like,
Yeah.
for coming.
Something that's light and but also
Yes.
keeps in the heat, because
But that's also nice, because
It's also
raincoats are
nice,
rare,
yeah.
aren't they?
I
Like,
know.
Really. You don't, when you think of a raincoat, you think,
plastic,
don't you?
I know.
It's awful. So we need to just
Or a poncho.
work on
Only
that.
for a concert.
That was like me in Disneyland. I've run about in the poncho the whole
But
time.
you had to.
I know.
And they
Yeah.
didn't work. Well, I
No.
don't know if yours worked, but we had to get them the first night. We come home and I was like, oh my God, how are we drying this fucking pram? How are we drying everything we own here? But it actually, whatever those hotel rooms they had.
My photos were not given. Like,
It was not Insta worthy.
as it goes all in the ponchos. Like,
Great memories though.
I know, it was good.
Well, listen, we're going to leave it there because I'm sure we have chatted. Calvin, what time were we on? This is madness. Holy good.
There you go.
God, if you're on
Kids
your
keep
walk,
going.
you've had a great walk, girlies.
Thanks so much, Linda. That was
Thank you,
fantastic.
Linda. And we
Thank
wish
you,
you all
girls.
the very best with the new store. It's going to be
Thank you.
amazing, and I can't wait to get it.
7th March, be there.
Be there.
The
Rush
first,
me out.
what is it? The first 100 customers gets a goodie bag. First paying 100 customers
Paying.
gets a goodie bag worth over £230. So
That's
there'll be,
amazing.
I know there'll be Bellamianta products in it, Iconic Bronze.
Oh my
but
God,
then
to be queuing from
all
12
of the
o'clock
other
the night before.
I know all of the other brands have contributed to the goodie bags, and you know what? We actually said we're going to give it to our paying customers.
Fair play.
I
Yeah.
love that. Well, tell you what, we'll do a wee 15% love Laura.
Oh, happy days!
In the
Brilliant.
goodie bag.
Yeah,
Kathy's gonna kill you.
There is no discount, love Laura, but for Linda there is. Love that.
I know that'll be brilliant.
Okay,
Love
so what
that.
date? Remind us very
So
quickly.
the 7th of March at 10 a.m.
Doors
the
open.
doors are
Okay,
open.
you're gonna want
Saturday
to
the
from,
7th of March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
brilliant.